Okay, let's go.
What's up, fam? It's me, Big Sarge, coming in tonight from the business side. To my drill team, salute. And if you come across this page tonight, fam, hit that subscribe.
Okay, let's go.
What's up? Tonight, we're talking about honesty is not the best policy. Now, am I saying to lie in a relationship? No. Am I saying that sometimes those little versions or alterations of the truth are necessary? Yes. I'm saying it, and I'm saying it proudly, and I'm saying it boldly. And I'm not saying that this brings me some sort of pride to say or anything like that. I'm just saying that, fam, honesty isn't always the best policy when you're talking about sustaining the longevity of a relationship. Sometimes it's best to just keep your mouth closed. So I'm not even saying that you need to go into a full outright lie about something. I'm just gonna call it what it is so that way we don't think that I'm attempting to mince words here. I'm not saying you need to do all of that. Only I'm saying is that sometimes you don't need to say anything. Sometimes you don't need to expound on something as much to get your point across. So remember the times when I was growing up. I'm smiling because I'm just thinking about it. When I was young, when I was a young man, young in my marriage, and by the time your spouse or your significant other start having children, you know, a lot of women, at least back then, weren't able to lose that weight right away. So I believe that they go through some sort of insecurities or something like that. But whatever it is, it happens, fam. And after it happens, after about a couple months or a year or so, you know, you will start getting that question, how I look in this, how I look in that, you know, and you know that she may not look as good as she used to look. Or even in reverse, women, by the time you're dealing with your man and he starts going to the gym and he's thinking he's getting all bulked up and looking good and stuff like that, you know, he's going to the gym, but it's really not much of a physical change that you can see because you see him every day. So it's not that he's not changing, but by the time you see him every day, you really can't see the change. So when this happens and they ask, you know, how am I looking? And we just respond with a simple, you look good. You know, and that's because he or she should always look good to us. He or she probably always look good to us, even when they're being ugly. But I don't want to get too far away from the point. What I'm saying is, at that point, are we lying to them? Are we actually not telling them the whole truth? You know, because we know that this is something that we probably should say, something that needs to be said. So I'm not saying that you need to lie to your significant other. I'm not saying that you should tell your spouse an outright fib. I'm just saying that sometimes it's best to understand the nature of exactly what's happening in that moment. And sometimes, you know, you gotta give them that little bit of nudge. So it's just like when we're dealing with our children and we're putting them out there and we're telling them, oh, you're doing good, honey, you're doing this, you're doing that. Sometimes, y'all, they could be the worst person during that event. You know, they could have come in last place, but we're still letting them know that they did well. And when by the time that we start to spread this information, that we start to give them these little tips, these little cues, we're doing this for the long-term betterment of the relationship. So that's my 2 cents on it, fam. If you have any comments on it, I would love to know. This is Big Sarge, fam, and I'm out.